through the door onto the other side.
It's like looks like a jungle type of forest. A big hill covered in trees, a mountain. And I have like blue skin, blue hands.
You have blue skin. What do your hands look like?
Like human hands, but blue.
Very good. Does this body feel male or female or neither?
I think I'm definitely female, yeah.
Does this body feel a little young or old?
I'm not quite sure, like it feels good. It just feels good. But I get the feeling that it's not like young. It feels good.
Very good. If it feels good, it feels healthy. Can you tell in this good feeling body if you're wearing anything or adorned with anything?
It's light fabrics. With long sleeves. Covers my arms. I don't think I wear shoes. Just the blue feet.
Alrighty. Very good. And as you look around in this place, tell me more about what is happening.
I don't think there's anyone here anymore. Like, just looks like the rubble or ruins of something. And my feet just sloshing around in this, like, mud. Like, I can feel mud on my feet for some reason. I can't see anyone else.
What has happened here that this is a rubble of ruins now?
There's some bodies of other blue skin beings. I'm really confused. Like, I feel like something happened here. But I don't think that I was there to see it. Maybe I just came back. I'm kind of like, yeah, shocked because it's like rubble of, what used to be. I think there used to be like a temple or something here, but there's just a lot of rocks that are just everywhere, like where it used to be. And like I can just, there's some people's arms and stuff in the mud. I don't...
Is this a place that you know you have been to before? Or is this a new place and what it is supposed to look like?
I saw it before. It looked like a temple. Now there's no temple. It was a medium-sized temple. It wasn't huge. It was in front of the mountain. There's been like a clearing in the forest. And the trees, some of them look kind of burnt. Something's happened. I look through and there's just a lot of mud. The sky is kind of grey, like it's been raining as well.
How long do you feel that it has been this way for?
Maybe like a day.
So
just a day and then it rained. Yeah.
So this is something new that has happened.
Yeah, the bodies are still fresh.
Does it look more like a war area or like a natural catastrophe?
Something knocked the temple down. Or someone or something.
Okay. Very good. Now, let's close that scene. Close that scene. And in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, we are going to travel through a tunnel of time. Travel through time and space to another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing, that we need to see today. As I count backwards from 3 to 1, we will be there. To the next important day in this lifetime. 3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. Allow the images to flow up from your soul as you integrate into this day.
I'm in a room with the other blue skin beings. They have hair. They have pointed ears. They wear long robes. There's like important people around me. And the ruler, or the king, for a person, he is here. And he embraced me before. He was hugging me, as if to say, like I'm sorry. We're having a discussion about what happened. What happened with the temple?
As you discussed what happened with that temple, with all of these high beings, what kind of beings are they?
Yeah, they're blue skin. pointed ears, long
Understood.
hair.
That's what they look like.
Mm.
Do you know what type of beings they are or where this is?
Feel they're like those blue-skinned Lyran beings. But they're somewhere else now, somewhere else in the universe from where they were previously, a different place.
Okay, very good. And tell me more about the conversation that you're having with what could have happened to the temple.
It happened in the night. An attack on us. Sacred place in front of the temple by darker forces. I wasn't there. I just came there, and then I saw I was spared from what happened by not being there. I was having a meeting with the council. I'm quite official too, higher position, and I look out for these temples, and I got this feeling that something had occurred, and I came to this place, and the temple was gone, and all of the people who were caring for the temple slaughtered, and there was just rubble everywhere, and I was shocked, but I wasn't particularly emotional about it. I was sad, but not terrified. It's not my way to be affected negatively by anything that occurs. And so they place me, the council places me in this machine, and we just get some information about what had occurred, because I can tap into the energies of what happened to the temple. That's what I was doing after I saw the rubble. I connected in with what was happening and what occurred. And I saw that there was like something from the sky that came, just knocked it down. There's something that is no longer here. An item of power that is no longer here. And all the people were slaughtered. And they placed me inside this type of machine to just document what happened. After I read the energies of this particular place, it's like they're just trying to figure out the crime scene, what happened, what occurred. So I was the first witness of this incident. I came across it, and we're identifying the souls that perished in this incident and what occurred and piecing together what happened from the psychic information that I'd gathered. And so I'm in this machine for a while. And they get information from me about what happened.
Quite interesting. What is the significance of this temple to the rest of your kind?
We are in like Andromeda. I just get the word Andromeda. There is a connection here to other beings. There's like a connection with the temples and certain star points, certain places in the universe. Each temple is a marker for this particular energy on our planet to be expressed, like an Akashic record type of facility of each place that is represented. So you can go to these places and get that Andromedan energy. I feel like the Andromedan temple, the one that represented Andromeda, that was the one that was demolished here. But this place where we are doesn't feel like the Andromeda galaxy, but the temple that was the representative of Andromeda, that was the one that was destroyed. So we are figuring out what were the motivations for them attacking the Andromedan host, the Andromedan energies. These energies are very free, and I feel like there's definitely colonies of our kind, the blue skin elf beings that exist in Andromeda, and this is part of our connection with them. This temple, they destroyed it, and we're trying to figure out why they would want to sever our connection with the Andromedan colony. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to accomplish here?
Yeah, to what end? Very good. Okay. Well, let's learn that information. So let's close that scene. Close that scene. And in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, we're going to travel through a tunnel of time, travel through time and space to another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. Almost there. And 1, be there now. Be there now. allow the images to flow up. And as you orient yourself in this new place within this lifetime, tell me what you see.
The council is like a family almost, and one of the women on the council is having a baby. She is giving birth to a child, and we are standing by and assisting with the birth of the child.
Very good. Is there any connection with that woman having the baby now to what happened in the last scene?
I feel the baby is like an Andromedan connection as well. We're connecting in with our Andromedan cousins, and the baby has decided to incarnate here after the temple was destroyed to bring some more of that Andromedan energy to balance it out. The baby is incarnating here, and there are more of our Andromedan cousins that I feel like that they are coming here to balance that energy out, not only incarnating amongst us, but they are physically coming here too in ships, because they recognize that we have been targeted, and this Andromedan connection has been targeted because this energy is very, very free and very beautiful, and the Andromeda galaxy is like much less infiltrated by darkness than where we are in the Milky Way. So it is like destroying that temple is like a way to get back at the Andromedans for not being a galaxy that is under that dark rule. And it's like a constant battle to here in these planets we've established in the Milky Way to maintain our sovereignty. And the baby will be born, and we know that this will be a leader as well. He will be on the council and part of all of this, part of bringing freedom to where we are, bringing that energy of freedom that comes from that other galaxy, Andromeda.
So let's explore that a little bit more, and tell me more about why this other energy would want to destroy your temple.
It wants to destroy anything Andromedan for what it represents.
Yeah, tell me more. What does it represent that doesn't like?
Freedom and being sovereign. Being free of surveillance. There is a lack of control that they have freedom from their control, fluidity. Like it's a very beautiful, fluid energy. The energy that our Andromedan cousins are operating in. And we wish to bring some of that to this galaxy.
What does bringing some of that good freeing energy to that galaxy, how does that help?
Well, it spreads this energy of freedom. It is like a lifeline to Andromeda. And we bring it into the Milky Way and it spreads out. It like catches on like a positive kind of virus. The energy spreads of freedom, of being sovereign, of being unable to be controlled because one is very fluid. You can never be controlled if you are fluid, and there isn't like a hard reality. They wish to install hard and harsh realities that are like very, very square and dark and rigid. And that is a means of control, this type of energy. But the energies that are dominant in many parts of Andromeda aren't like that. They're very fluid and anything can happen. And it's very free. And this is empowering. And it's very, you can be sovereign with this type of energy.
It's very cool. Very cool. So tell me a little bit more about your role in this.
I'm connected to Andromeda and to the temple. That's why I was checking on it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have a lot of connections to our Andromedan cousins. Like they come here occasionally and I'm connected with them. I feel like even there's beings that I love that are from Andromeda. And like we have quite close relationship with each other. It's the council and then the Andromedan councils, because I feel like there's more colonies over there because it's able to be more free. We are still establishing some kind of sovereign feelings here and energies, but it's hard to maintain it. But because I'm quite strong, I've been sent here to maintain those energies.
How do you maintain those energies?
I act as a conduit for them. And so I'm a walking conduit, not only the temple, but the temple was destroyed. So sometimes they are concerned about me as well, being a conduit for these Andromedan energies. But there are more conduits being born, like the child born from a member of the council she received like a great awakening to do with this, that a baby would need to be born. A baby was coming in, a soul who was going to be another Andromedan conduit. And so she mated with another man on the council, and then the baby was born. And so we're in the process of strengthening that energy here. More and more souls are getting involved with making sure that energy is established here.
To strengthen that energy so that it can continue growing and create that space of free. Space of freeness. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move further ahead now. Let's go ahead and close that scene. Close that scene. And in a moment, I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, we're going to travel through a tunnel of time, traveling through this time and space to another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing, that we need to see today. We're going to go a little further into this one. So let's go a little further. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there in another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing. 3, traveling through time, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now, be there now. And just allow the images to flow up from your soul as you orient yourself in this new place within this lifetime. And tell me what you see.
The Andromedans, our Andromedan cousins, have arrived, and they're here in their ships, and it's a big, beautiful celebration and spectacle. And many of us have come to see. They are arriving, and one of the beings I know that is coming, he is my lover.
Okay.
And he is coming, he's from Andromeda. And he is coming, he's coming here as well. There's so many Andromedans arriving. And we're so happy. It's like a big family reunion. It's very, very beautiful. And the Andromedan, who, like, they're the same species as us, but they just live elsewhere. So they have the technology to come. But they've come more so now, more so to this place, because they recognize that we need some help here maintaining these energies in this place. So they've come personally to maintain this as well. And my heart leaps with joy. And he is here, and he comes out, says hello to me. And I have traveled to Andromeda too in ships, but it has been a while, and I haven't seen him in a while. And he is here now, and he's saying, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay here, maintain the energies. And I am overjoyed with this. And he is here with me now, and it's like thinking that we're going to make things more serious now than before, because he is quite physically here, and before I was just astral traveling to see him. It was like kind of like a long distance, feels like a long distance relationship between galaxies.
Yeah, now you two can actually physically be together. So
And
good.
it's very exciting. Like, I have butterflies in my stomach, the good kind.
So great. Good for you. That's very exciting. Is there a new temple that got built?
He is talking to me about this temple. That's what he wants to do. He is interested in this, about building a new temple, a new Andromedan temple where the old one was, or maybe even like making it bigger and better, and he is very interested in doing this, in this project, to create this temple again. And I am very interested in doing this too. And there's a lot of excitement between us, because I feel like, we may even like get married as well. That is what we are feeling like in our energy fields. Like, this would be a great thing to do.
Of course.
To, like, a symbol of love and connection to, like, our two species and where we live.
Yeah, perfect. What is the role that little child that was born, what is the role of that child now? How is it helping?
Oh, he is a young adult.
Oh.
He is grown now.
Okay.
He has grown up now. And it's like he has taken such an interest in his role, in his task, in anchoring these Andromedan energies. And as he grew up, it became clear to us that these energies were going to come again in a much bigger way. And then when he grew up, that was when the Andromedans decided to come, many of them, to come here. And this is very joyous for us.
Yeah.
We feel very, very supported. And it's like he is so emotional at the recognition of his soul family as well that has traveled here. His people that have traveled here, even though we are the same species. There's just, we live on different planets in different galaxies. So there is a shared recognition and connection.
So then he's blue like you?
Yeah, everyone is blue. All of the Andromedans are blue, and then they have these pointed ears as well. They're the same species. There's only like maybe a few differences, like the tone of the skin is a little just deeper on them. Yeah, just different shade of blue to us.
I was wondering, I was going to ask you that because I've never seen an Andromedan before, and I would like to know what they look like. So now I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very exciting time. All right. So let's go ahead and let's close that scene. Close that scene. And let's move further in now. Much further. And let's go ahead and move into another important day in this lifetime that we are viewing, that we need to see today. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling through time. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. Be there now. Just allow the images to flow up.
It's like some kind of ceremony. I think this is the marriage ceremony. It's like it's not like a marriage ceremony how we think of it. It's very different.
So just describe what you see.
It's very
and
beautiful.
What is happening.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Can you describe what's happening?
It's like kind of like a baptism sort of a thing in the new Andromedan temple. And there is the blessed water that is poured over our heads as we are together in this water. And then the members of the community are sharing in this water as well. Then they come into the water, and it's like the water connects all of us in this ceremony.
You're okay.
And it's just very beautiful.
Yeah. So, and this is the temple that you guys built together?
Yeah, this is the temple.
Everybody?
Yeah, this is the new Andromedan temple.
How spectacular.
And there's like a big pool in the middle for this ceremony. And then they're pouring. There's like a facilitator in the middle. And they're pouring the water over the heads of us. And it cascades down. And everyone is in the water. Everyone is in this big pool with each other. And us, me, and my lover.
I can only imagine how amazing that must feel.
Yeah. The water is connecting us all. It's like amplifying all of our psychic energies. And it's deeply, deeply healing.
That's very good. It just sounds so amazing and so spectacular. Wow. All right. Now let's go ahead and close this scene. Close this scene. And we're going to move close to the end of the day, the end of this lifetime that we are viewing now. So let's go ahead and move close to the end of this lifetime that we are viewing now. As we do this, you will not feel any physical sensations at all. That is very important. You will not feel any physical sensations at all. You can move out of the body and watch their lifetime as if it were happening to someone else, almost if it were a movie. You will feel no physical sensations at all. And as I count backwards from 3 to 1, you will be there. 3, traveling there now. 2, almost there. And 1, be there now. Feeling no physical sensations, just viewing. What do you see?
I am deciding to pass away.
Why are you deciding to pass away?
Because I have lived long enough. A very long time, and we have established the temple. And established all of these energies. And in the Milky Way, we have spread these energies where it needed to go in this galaxy. So my job is complete.
Awesome. So it's just your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can just decide that. So let's look back. And as you look back, since you've gotten married, tell me more about what has happened.
We established, we traveled abroad to other places in the galaxy and established these energies, posts of energies, these buildings. We established that together, myself and my lover. We were a conduit for the Andromedan energies, traveled to the Milky Way colonies to establish Andromedan energies. Since the destruction of the temple, we came together and realized that this is really important. This freedom, which is what these energies stand for. And we wanted to bring more of this. We wanted to colonize this outwards so that these energies could have places to be and hold on to. We established more of this within this galaxy. We visited many Lyran planets to establish, or with Lyran beings on them, to establish these energies of freedom. And I could see we taught about freedom. My husband and I, we taught about freedom and sovereign, being sovereign in that energetic way, in the energetic way of what those energies feel like, of having no control and being fluid. And we were very well received, and we educated many different places, many different beings in different places. We educated with our love and our dedication
That is such
to being
important
free.
work. Yeah, that is such important work. Good for you guys.
To freedom and being fluid in our love, and free to express that. Traveling missionaries, in a sense, if that is even correct word to use, but to establish these energies wherever we went, and to teach about them.
Amazing. Did you have kids yourself? Did you end up having kids?
Yeah, I can see that there were some children. Just two.
Two.
Yeah. And they were part of this as well, establishing these energies.
That's what I was going to ask next, is what role did they play in assisting?
Yeah. Our civilization in general was very, very active in spreading these energies from our cousins in Andromeda, because we could see how beautiful the energies were, the quality of life, and most importantly, the freedom to just be. And we wanted to bring that into here, into where we are. These beings even want to bring this energy to Earth as well, because they recognize that Earth desperately needs these energies. So I can sort of feel that even in this now moment, they still do this. Spread these beautiful energies, these beings.
So they can carry on in your absence.
Yeah. This is always the plan.
How wonderful. All right. And now I want you to condense time, and move to the point in time where you take your last breath and move out of the body. You will feel no physical sensations, and as you look back down at your body, tell me what you see.
I am deciding whether to dissolve into light or leave my body as a token of thanks to my collective, because I can do that if I want to. Leave my body there as a token of thanks, and then they take good care of the body, and then they place it in a sacred spot. I think I will decide to leave my body here and not dissolve it into light, so that they can carry on my energies even from my body, where they place my body after my death. And it's very loving, and they wash the body, and then they take care of the body. And then they place it with that temple that we built.
Mm-hmm.
They place it there. I'm seeing they just encapsulate it in like a big sort of, looks like a glass type of a thing. And then place this underground under all of the plants and whatnot. Just to leave these energies here and what I represented. It's very respectful.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
They are honoring my life.
You don't have to feel any physical sensations. It's okay to have the emotions. It's understandable.
It's just very beautiful.
Wonderful. So are you going into the white light of source?
Yeah, I'm just going to join my husband. He is there. And we were just watching. We were just watching it all.
So your husband is already in this, has already crossed over.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It was very, very, very close to each other.
Mm. It sounds like it. You guys had a beautiful life together. So it's
Yeah.
wonderful that you get to be back home together.
Yeah.
So now as you're going back into the light of home, and once you're there and you start to integrate, what do you think the lesson was in this lifetime that we just viewed?
This was more of like a personal soul mission. Also, it was about the importance of freedom and love and these kind of energies that we were representing. It was not just about Andromeda and the energies that Andromeda represented. I feel that it was deeper than that, of the constructs themselves, of being independent and sovereign and being fluid, these things that these energies feel like and represent. And it was very much about providing a light in a galaxy that can sometimes be very dark, and holding that strong point, holding that station, holding our boundaries, and saying no, that we will be sovereign, and we will carry on this energy of being free to do and free to love. I feel like we did that very well. We carried on these energies.
Very good. Okay. We're going to leave that part of ourselves in the white light to continue on with their journey. We are going to leave them there. They will continue on with their journey. They will find what they need to find. And now I'd like to ask all of the consciousness of this one on the bed to reintegrate back into the body. All of the consciousness for this one on the bed reintegrating back into this body. And now I would like to ask to speak with this one's higher self, please. May I speak with this one's higher self?
Yes.
Hello.
I am adjusting to the body.
Yeah. You could have shown this one many lifetimes today. Why did you choose to show him this one?
This was about love, that she can actually experience that love as well. She can actually share and experience that love, even though she has had difficult relationships with men. There are plenty of lifetimes where she has not had that, where she has had very healthy relationships, very healthy and beautiful and loving, just reminding again of that. And she was curious about the Andromedans and the blue skin beings as well. She was curious about them because she came across a blue skin Lyran, a blue skin elf being, as somebody's guide, and she felt like this was very familiar to her. So she wanted to explore this and explore where these beings come from. And she was shown that.
And so now we know that that was Illyrian.
Yes, those ones were the blue skin Lyrans. And they had various colonies here and there. They had ones in Andromeda and then ones in the Milky Way.
Very cool. Very cool. Can we look into the Akashic records around these blue skins?
Yes, I need to tell her something beforehand. She has recognized it. There was a being beforehand that was assisting her. Her husband in that lifetime is an angelic being called Seraphiel. So she was being assisted by this being before in the clearing part of the session. And Seraphiel is very, very beautiful energy, very fluid. Carries this energy that is like this white light mixed with all of these different colors, colorful rainbow sparks mixed in with the white light. And this being was her husband in that lifetime. And this is just another soul family connection for her.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly. So the angel Seraphiel was with her in the very beginning when we were doing some clearings.
Yes.
Understood.
That being arrived with the others as well and assisted her during that.
Which being?
Seraphiel.
Okay. Understood. And then also that was her husband in this lifetime?
Yes, in the lifetime
Wonderful.
that she just saw, this being also incarnated as her husband.
I just want to make sure I understood that correctly.
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's pretty spectacular.
Yes.
I was just, one of the questions that she wanted to ask specifically were around the blue skin Lyrans, and we wanted to know more about them. So I feel like we have a good idea about them. But another question is if we can look into the Akashic records.
Yes, we can look into the records to do with this. She was shown a very extensive lifetime to do with this, so it does have a lot of information as well. But you can see that these Lyrans were originally from a colony that came away from the original Lyrans, and then they modified their DNA with technologies as they traveled to this new colony from the initial when the reptilians attacked Lyra, and when the Lyrans decided to leave Lyra and travel to other planets and other colonies, there were some Lyrans that were on a planet, and in order to live on this particular planet, they changed their bodies, and part of that was blue skin as well. There were some colonies that had this, that they changed their skin to blue, and this is where it began very, very, very long ago. And then these blue skin Lyrans, they were attacked by the reptilians again. And she may remember some of this from Harrison's session, a client that she had for the YouTubes. And he was there when the blue skin Lyrans were starting off their first colony, and he was part of this, changing his skin color to blue. He was there from the beginning. And so after this, then they had to leave, because the reptilians did eventually come back and then attack their colony on that little blue world. There was lots of blue areas on this planet. So this is why they changed their skin to this blue color, because it reflected in with the biological nature of this particular planet. And so they were able to exist there quite easily when they changed their bodies. So they had to flee in ships, and they fled to other places. And this is where the blue skin Lyrans come from. And eventually, you can follow through in the Akashic records. They fled from one place to another, and then there was the group of them that there was intervention, and then they were taken to Andromeda to start colonies, because they knew in Andromeda that their energies were much more protective of this, and that they would not be hunted down like this in that particular galaxy. So that is why there was this energy of freedom that was there, because there was no hard clamping down of the dark forces like there is in this particular galaxy, the Milky Way, and the history to do with that. So these blue skin beings, some of them were taken to Andromeda, and then they made colonies there and spread out in Andromeda. And there's many descendants, these blue beings, in different colonies in Andromeda, and then they spread out somewhat in the Milky Way too, but more so in Andromeda, because of those free energies, that they were just free to be themselves without fear of being attacked.
Understood. Okay. So in that, kind of on the same train where we were talking about when you had interjected with knowing that Seraphil was her partner in this life that we just viewed, That's actually one of her questions. Again, I'm going to go back to those. Why are her relationships always so short in this lifetime? This one that she's currently in.
Because they are to do with challenges. They are not soulmate relationships. They are karmic relationships that she's taken for karmic reasons, and she has not had a soulmate relationship before.
Will she have a soulmate relationship in this lifetime?
Yes, that's part of why she is here, to have a soulmate relationship. At least to alchemize even, karmic relationships, to give that enough love so that they can turn into that as well. But she is very much challenged with this. You can actually turn a karmic relationship into a more loving one. It just requires a bit more elbow grease and love on your behalf.
Understood.
But this can be done, and she has many chances for different relationships, but sometimes the other party are not on the same foot as her as well. And this is more to do with just clearing out those, not grievances, but those energies, clearing out those energies so that they can alchemize more towards much more loving ones in the future, with all of these different souls that she knows. I am very much connected as a soul to many, many, many various beings. And so when I am not loving towards, or part of my multidimensional self is not loving towards particular beings, this kind of ripples outwards. So it is best to maintain that love and to do not need to have hard feelings about these ones. She is also tying up lots of loose ends. So she goes from one to another, to another, to another. And this just ties up any sort of loose energetic ends. This is the end of a cycle.
I was wondering about that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I understand. Is it because, and tying up these loose ends, is it safe to also say that there's healings from that need to, from past lives, just healing from all the branches that need to be done in this one?
Yes. The multidimensional self is absolutely enormous. So yes, there's a lot of healing to do with this, and a lot of connections that are made that to do with this healing, and to just even, some of these were brought into her life to help her understand in the present moment those connections with those past lives, to awaken her to those connections once again, to awaken her to those particular lifetimes. So that she can access more of her multidimensional self. So a lot of them can even be triggers for that, triggers to understand her multidimensional self, and then they just come into her life for a very short time, and then there is a seed that's planted and then they leave. And sometimes that is all that is needed. There is a great amount of energetic exchange even in that small, very small opportunity that is presented. But as she moves on to the next and to the next. She's given other opportunities to have seeds planted within her to awaken her to other things. It is a continual process, and this may be difficult for her to understand, but sometimes there is DNA that is needed from all of these particular men that are needed for her, let's just say, physical body during the transition. This is difficult for people to understand because they could see this behavior as somewhat they could view it through a moral lens. Yes, they could view it through that lens, but she needed to have all of these different experiences. And she does not need to think of herself as any less for having those experiences and not settling down with anyone in particular.
No, yes, I agree with that. No, there's no, you never know. You never know.
Yes, there is a lot of shaming, even in the spiritual community, to do with this, but it is one's own business and one's own soul path.
Yes, 100% yes. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to say on that topic of relationships and understanding all that?
Yes, she will have an opportunity to have another one soon.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to switch the subject a little bit. Recently, she was sick, and she was wondering if it had anything to do with an upgrade.
Yes, there is part of it was like this, but also the vehicle of where this happened was unfortunate because there is AI involved, malicious AI involved with this, and many people in her community have also been sick with this. They have been spraying and spreading this around. She may have recalled the time when she saw them spraying before this. And then this is how they are delivering viruses to the population. It is through the spraying, the chem sprays.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is why so many people can all of a sudden get it at once, even though she doesn't go out very often. This is why the whole area is infected at once. And they have various ways of doing this, of getting these viruses into the population. But what we are doing as the crew of light, as the counterbalance, let's just say, the ones that are bringing the light to the earth and assisting with the ground crew. What we are doing with this is we take their viruses and we pivot them and then use them for DNA upgrades. Just like that conversation that she had recently with her mother about how there was a woman who was studying the water, and she put the water next to the 5G, and it scrambled the water, scrambled the consciousness of the water, and then there was the consciousness of the water was given a break from this. And then when the consciousness of the water was given a break from this, it came back much stronger than before. It came back and it was even better than before. It was strengthened in its beingness. So this is the same sort of thing. There is a virus that is put onto the population, and then we use this as a means to implement more awakenings and more upgrades within the body. So we are using their own weapons against them.
So is this happening naturally, like you guys are doing this, or is there something that we can do to assist?
This is happening naturally.
Okay.
As well, but this can be assisted with just getting out in nature after one has been sick from any of these illnesses that are spraying on people, to get out into nature and to ground oneself in nature, and then to take out any AI that comes with these particular viruses.
Interesting, because we did some clearing of AI in the beginning, and that's exactly where I was going, was asking if we got it all, and if there's any left, could you remove it now, please?
There is no more left within the body. She was very thorough with this and removed, made sure that everything that she could feel was removed.
Yeah, we had a couple of stragglers that we have to, yeah, good. All right. So is that good information to share, that after people get sick, they should get into some nature and reground?
Yes, to get into nature and to also ask for the AI from whatever you were sick with to be removed from the body.
Okay.
Or to have a session like this and remove it.
Perfect. Very good. All right, so is there any, I guess we already know. So I'm trying to think of how I want to ask this question. So this upgrade that occurs after we've gotten sick from this virus that's happening to her, or that just happened to her rather, like, how will we notice anything in the body? Will we notice any changes within ourselves? And what would those changes look like? Or yeah, tell me more about that. Just expand a lot.
She is experiencing this right now at the moment, the ability to perceive and pick up on other frequencies is being heightened by this upgrade.
Wonderful. So would you expand on that a little bit more? Like, what can she expect from that?
To be able to see beings with her eyes, not just sometimes in the corner of the eye, but it will become more prevalent as she recovers from the illness completely. To be able to see and to feel, and all of these senses and the psychic senses will be switched on much more.
And that's going to be happening pretty quickly for her?
Yes, she could take about like a month before these changes really settle in.
Very good. That is okay. So is there any healing or any help that's required by the physical body now?
Yes, I'm just going to go through and then heal that physical body, doing it like a big scanning and healing the whole physical body, because it is going through some changes that will need adjustments.
Wonderful. While you're in there, are all of her chakras spinning and open as they should be?
Some of them are just a little bit dirty from the illness that she had, so I'm just going to flush them through with light.
Perfect, thank you. And then while we're there, can we also check her aura, the energetic field?
Yes, this is just being strengthened. It's not too bad. It's not too bad this time.
Very good. So I'm guessing she just got an upgrade, but are there any others that she could benefit from at this time?
I'm just placing some more energies into the palms of the hands to help this energy channel through the hands as well. Unblock some channels in the hands and in the feet, connecting her more in with the earth.
Okay. Are there any negative energy cords, or did we get them all today? That obviously don't need to be there.
She is okay. She is fine for the moment.
Very good. Is there anything else that needs to be removed or should not be there for her highest good?
The body is very clean and clear at the moment.
Wonderful.
It just needed to have it was important to have a session after she got sick for the purposes of removing the AI.
I'm glad that this came right on time. That's so good for her. Wonderful. All right. Are there any final messages for this one today?
I'm just expanding out her lungs as well, because whenever I'm giving some healing to her lungs, because whenever humans are getting sick and the AI bugs are going into the lungs, healing just needs to be applied to this as well, to where all of these places have been. So just remembering to breathe in deeply, nice and deeply into the lungs, and to breathe in air near where forests are. Breathe in that forest air. Is very important, the air that is around the trees. And this will heal the lungs. Any damage that was done to the lungs can be healed by this. Very, very simple. And then the lungs will heal quite quickly from this. So I'm just prescribing her a air diet of being near the trees.
It's a beautiful description, an air diet, being in nature under the trees. That is definitely something to do. Good. So will you continue to be upgrading the body after this session?
Yes. And I just want to add that there was an Arcturian being that she saw that was in the forest. It was caught on camera. She can place it in the video that she will make of this as well, to just help people to understand that these beings are among us.
She's seen one already?
Yes. She took a video in near the forest, and an Arcturian being appeared on the video. This was a special message for her and her mother.
Is now a good time to discuss that?
Yes. The Arcturian beings are always there for her as well, always assisting her as well, and they just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Okay.
And that is what she caught on the camera when she was taking the video. She saw a blue-green form that was floating around, and one might think that it's just a lens flare, but if you look closer, it is not. And you can see a head and some arms and a body if you look closely.
Is it kind of like a protector for her?
This being is just was connecting in with her at the time.
For what purpose?
The Arcturian beings are assisting her at this time to do with her clearings as well, and what she is doing with others, her collaborations. They are very much experts at collaborating with others and helping light workers to collaborate with each other for the higher goals of ascension on the earth plane.
Interesting.
So in helping people connect with each other, this is what they do. They help to connect others with her and her with others.
That is most fascinating. And how does that help her?
It helps get the messages out, and it helps people to connect with each other's energies and to share and collaborate and be in more of that oneness instead of against each other and being competitive with each other, which is, I guess this is what humans are used to, this competitive nature, and one is going against the other, but the Arcturians are pivoting this to collaborating with each other and sharing those energies of collaboration. And so that humans are collaborating more with each other instead of being against one another.